Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Immortal Type. We're live. Today is December 10th, 2021, and we are about to embark on a journey which is day 3 of Book 40 in the year 2021. And if you're wondering to yourself, how the is that possible? Well, it's just an obsession, which you'll learn more about as we go. But for the time being, I need to cue the music. It's like, sometimes that's just how it goes. Anyway, welcome to Immortal Type. That gives you a little idea of what you could expect while you're here. I have a bunch of stuff put together today. We'll see how it turns out. I'm pretty psyched about it, though. I want to try a few things out right now, starting with Bon Appetit. My name is William, and you are watching Immortal Type, and I'm about to type 9 more pages, at least. And at some point, we're going to have a tarot reading. These are the cards from yesterday. You can expect a lot more, all here on Immortal Type. And 12 pages typewritten, finished before midnight. It's currently 9:31 Eastern Time. Time to jump in. I'm going to take a look at chat here and see if there's anyone out there. No one yet. No one yet. One thing I have to remove here. One thing. And back we go. Yeah. Okay. It's time to rock and roll. All right, let's get our tarot reading done. Let's do this. Let's do this. Just give me a moment. I'm going to be right back. Just a quick moment. We're on page 4 and we're moving along. If you are just joining us, welcome to Immortal Type. Check in chat. Tell us what's going on with your life. Tell us if there's anything that you need to manifest, something you got to heal, someone who needs some help, just whatever it is, throw it in chat and I'll be sure to look at it so we can get to the heart of it and bring it forth. All right, so stay tuned. Be right back. It's going to be real soon. And when we get back, it's going to be our tarot reading. So stay tuned for that. It's coming right up. Right up.
I don't know that I was worse off keeping you around, that's why I go away. Feeling how it ends is just the worst part. I was in the man, but there was still just the worst part. I was in the man, but there was still no way. How was I to know that I was worse off? Keeping you around, that's why I go away. Feeling how it ends is just the worst part. I was in the man, but there was still no way. How was I to know that I was worse off?
Cats are here, and they want treats. Oh, Snuggies, my Snuggie boy, yes. Oh, it's good. Yes. You can tell when he really likes something, he digs his claws into my leg. It's called affection. Yeah, that's right, that's right. Oh, here's Ash waiting patiently, the poor guy. Here, Ash, good boy. Here you go, you little rascal. Man, you're digging in my leg. He's left, like, huge scratches on my leg. That's okay. It's all part of the game here. Let's see if we can get some purring out of our friend. Oh, you good kitty. Cloudy. You want a treat? Yeah? Here you go, buddy. There you go. Oh, he's got his. Oh, he's digging into me. Oh, you're digging into me tough. I felt that one. Meow. Meow. Hey, Ashy. Hello. Hello, my friend. Yes, both purring like mad cats. Oh. There you go, lovey. There you go. Okay. All right, Ash. Here we are. Here, Ash. Come on up here. You got some. He's got some jumping ability. Come on. There you go. Yes. Meow. Meow. Oh, lovey. Yes. Okay, you too, Ash. Come here, buddy. It's a good cat. Charlie! Charlie to the rescue. Here you go, Charlie. Don't lose out. It's the optimal moment. Sorry about that one, Ash. Okay, here you go, Charlie. All right. Charlie likes to play this game where he doesn't eat his treats because he wants to start a fight. And that's kind of what's going on right now, unfortunately. Oh, it's like the inner workings, the psychological inner workings of these kitty cats. Hey, come here. Oh, come here, you little rascal. Come here, you rascal. Yeah. Snuggie. Snuggies. You need to snug with me, yes. Super snuggies. Okay, go ahead. You want treats? I know. See ya. Oh, jeez. Oh, Charlie. Charlie, chillax. Charlie's old. He's ornery because he's an old man. Anyway, he's out of here. I'm going to go close the door so as to not have anything lead to a fight here. You know, that would be sad. You know, really, and to a certain extent, Charlie deserves to have his exclusive time. If anyone's been watching the stream on Twitch and seen what Charlie has done, the rules of this game here, they state that if any cat steps on these cards back here, these tarot cards, and they are inverse, well, it turns them right side up. So Charlie's been doing it consistently every day. Now these guys are here all together for treats, you know, having a good old time. So Charlie will be back. Anyway, it's like 10 o'clock, so I got to get rolling here. I got to get started on these pages. But we need a tarot reading, so let's get some tunes. I picked out a bunch of new tunes today, and we'll see. Also got this one right here. But I'll be saving that one for New Year's. You know, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but it's likely there'll be something really cool happening on New Year's on this channel. That's what I can say. Anyway, cancel that. This reminded me of Madonna. Of course, it's royalty free. But it's pretty close to being Madonna. I mean, come on. Let's do a reading. I mean, come on. This is pretty wild, this reading. I'm just taking it in. 10:05. We're on page 4. We'll be done definitely before midnight. It's just an interesting, this is an interesting drawing. First of all, the Queen of Swords was left out of the deck accidentally. So I put that after the Tower. I mean, we got the Sun, Death, and the Tower all happening at the same time, basically. One after another. It's pretty insane. There's also someone else I want to show you who's here, who steps on these cards regularly and was here to do it, just so you know. This is a broken screenshot because that's not... Yeah, look at this. It's broken. That's weird. That's really weird. It's kind of freaky, actually, what just happened with the cat cam. This is really weird. I have to do something here to try to fix this. Something's going on here. Has something happened in here? You know, I got the cat cam here. Okay. Charlie is here. Literally here. So, something strange happening with that camera. That's what I can say. Let's see if I can resolve this. I'll try one more time. I'm thinking we're just not going to have Charlie sleeping. He's on the cat cam right now. He's on the cat cam. Trying all the cameras. Let's try this. Please wait momentarily. While we're waiting, you can look at my mug. Hi. It says the webcam is active. However, no image coming through. These are just minor technical difficulties, folks, that we experience here when it's a one-man show. All the same, the technology seems to be working pretty decent. Let's take a look at what's going on here. Priorities, right? Priorities. Okay. So the way it works here, normally I space it out so that the card on the bottom of the deck is on the top left. It just happens to be on the right today. There's like a 6th row that's happening today for a total of 18 cards. Some strange stuff happening. That's all I can say. I shuffled 3 or 4 times, you could tell me. And then I did random shuffling in between. To see these cards come back it's pretty interesting. When I say interesting, that's a boring thing to say. Allow me to adjust the microphone so that it's not so forceful. Which is really just me not dialing it in. That's what this is all about. We're talking about whatever's happening to life right now in this universal reading. The universal conscious creative mind that encompasses all of our thoughts that we tap into. And we do it so frequently with the same things that it seems as if we generate thoughts by ourselves. But trust me, it's all already out there. All these messages are out there. And they're being said. And we're picking up on some of them. And most of them, in most situations, are not things that we should be saying, repeating, thinking. And as we do it anyway, in ignorance of that, manifests things that would be considered painful. So I'm trying to get us to this point where we can be aware of that and start to bring good things into our lives. Because I've seen proof of it in a year, in just undoing a lot of bad habits that I've had through this system called the Tarot. And I've been doing this, like I said, since the beginning of this year, pretty regularly. And aside from that, I've been writing every day, at least 10 pages. And in this month, it's triple spaced. So anyway, let's get started here. 4 of Pentacles right there off the bat. There's some thought about money. The good news is there's a lot of victory going on. There's a lot of victory. And you can see that clear as day in the second card. And this represents some form of union. Celebration with a group. You see that Nine of Cups right after that? It's another celebratory Cups card. And then you have the King of Cups, who knows how to manage all of this. All three of them right there in a row is very auspicious. And if there's any message to know right now, it's to just keep at it. You don't necessarily need to change your trajectory so much. Just dial it in. And as you're dialing things in, know that you are achieving your wish fulfillment and getting to that point, because it's in the center of your card. The happiest card in the deck is the Sun. It's the 19th major arcana, and it's staring right at you in the center of this. So what does death mean? It means a new beginning. New beginning that's going to come from a tower moment, which is considered a just shocking moment that really shocks your life and puts you into a mode of contemplation for the sake of trying to figure out what's going on. Fortunately, the Queen of Wands didn't want to go away. Look at how she's sending a message around the world, it seems. She must be far away, or he, it could be a he or a she. Whomever it is that you're imagining, that's a part of your active life now, is far away and sending a message to the Knight of Swords, which is to say, there's imminent defeat coming, or it's already happened. Whatever the message has to do with, if you've experienced an imminent defeat recently and you've moved on and done something about it, then this is what the message is about. It has something to do with there being opportunity, even if it seems like it could have been a total, complete loss. There's definite opportunity from it, and this is a realistic happening. This is happening. So long as you understand that now is the time for you to seek out those brighter pastures. So it's a big part of it has to do with thought. If you're looking at the Eight of Cups on the bottom row, we're talking the 13th card that was drawn today. That individual is walking now that he has crossed over the water. So we're talking about whole new territory, and you see the moon and the sun in the background. There's balance. That's what it's saying. There's balance in the distance. You just have to do the work. That's in the first row. It's just, you got to crank it out. You got to do it consistently, and you got to do it daily. That's the message. Whatever it is, it has to do with your purposeful life, living a purposeful life, because they're on the bottom row, right after the Eight of Cups. I'm seeing three cups. Right after the Eight of Cups. See, I count cups at times just to make sure I'm right. It's learning a new system. I'm not a master of this language. I've been learning the tarot as far as the minor arcana just this year. And really since summer. I've been exploring the minor arcana, whereas I never touched it before. It was just the major arcana, because it's more than sufficient for you to have the information you need for getting through life, just through the major arcana. But if you introduce the minor arcana, it tells story in a really unique, beautiful way that functions for everyone. It seems to be universal. That's what's beautiful about this. So as we look over to the 14th card, we have that Four of Wands, which is this homecoming. And it could be also this purchasing of a new place, or acquiring a new home, or moving into a new place. It's an auspicious card. And then, of course, we have right after that, the King of Swords is looking straight at you, just like Mercury. Look at how they parallel one another. And those are different decks. But we're looking at that Mercury Mind of Humanity card that's illustrated by George Sellis. I don't know, George. It looks like you were inspired by the King of Swords when you drew this. So it seems to work really well when we look at, Mercury being the androgynous being, and we have the Queen of Swords above, and to the left, or to his right, we have the King of Swords. So it's this balance. Because the King and Queen are always paired with one another. In the minor arcana, they have great ties to one another. Which is to say, Mercury, we have a message to send. Now we need to know what this Three of Pentacles means. This Three of Coin at the bottom of the deck, because this is the portal. This is where it all begins. If we understand the meaning of that message, that last card, then we understand how this entire system works, because we know where to begin. We know where the leap of faith is, where that point is, and it has to do with this card, the Three of Coins. So let's read it from Marseille and see what it has to say. Okay, diving into the booklet here. And I want to check and see if we have folks in chat chiming in, because I haven't looked for a good solid minute or two. No news on the other line, but we have the status of live with an excellent connection, and that makes me happy. That's all we need, to be live with an excellent connection with the Creator. That's what this is about, sending out a message to the Creator and getting a message in return. Okay, so if we're looking at coins, we are looking at the Three of Coins. It says, development of a product. So that's the beginning. You have to create a product. Whatever it is, it has to be yours, it has to be unique, and it has to be something that you've been dreaming about doing for a long time. That's where you begin. That's where this portal starts. If you do that, you receive the Four of Coins right there on the left-hand side. Top left. Four of Coins is stability, solid material assets, a forming of a tradition or reputation for yourself with honor. It's the time-tested reliability that you've demonstrated, and now you are establishing social institutions. You're establishing something that is very powerful as a result of you creating a product. It mentions here that it could be a partnership or an alliance that bears fruit. This is the Three of Coins. This is the portal that takes you into this journey. So if you do that, you have good prospects. It's saying you have good prospects. So dive in, decide to do it with that Four of Coins, and look what we have right after that. We go right into Cups, and we have the Three of Cups. It represents the birth of something new that brings joy and happiness. It could also indicate you're caring for a child, and this is joyful. It should always be anyway. It could also represent, if it's not joyful, issues of child-parent relations in a common project that you do with someone that's motivated by feelings and not just by the interest being similar. So that's right there, second card. Choose to do this, and then you dive right into the Nine of Cups, which is really fortuitous. Very auspicious. It says, this is a group or organization working harmoniously with everyone finding his or her proper place and accepting one's role in a social environment. It represents more than anything happiness and wishes coming true, wish fulfillment. So happiness and wish fulfillment right there in the center row. And look at what's right below there. In the same vertical row, you have the sun, which is also all about wish fulfillment and happiness. Okay, so we have the King of Cups there after we have the Nine of Cups. And I'm sure the King of Cups is saying, don't worry about a thing, I've got this. It represents emotional maturity, optimism, and the ability to overcome past injuries and look ahead. To have an openness to new things, but with prudence and caution, closing one's ear to voices from the past. So you're turning a new leaf, which is to say, I went through difficult situations in my past. This is important, so I want to say this direct. I went through difficult situations in my past, and just feeling and experiencing the emotional impact and the physical impact, whatever it was, in that moment was more than enough to never have to feel it again, including those that may have been involved that also were harmed in some way. You can say this, whether it's verbal, physical, emotional, spiritual, whatever it is. You know that that situation was where that scenario never should have happened and should have ended right then and there, as far as anyone ever speaking about it, talking about it, bringing it up in a way that you should feel any sort of guilt. Because guilt is an error. If you are giving up your perfect self to be in a human body for 100 years or whatever it is, you deserve happiness and wish fulfillment. And that comes from believing in your truth, which is you are divine and you are pure spirit, which means your spirit is indelible, immutable. This physical body shall come and go like that. It's just so fast. And so best make the most powerful seed you can to send out to the universe, because the universe only works in one way. So this explains why some things that happen are horrible in your life at times. The universe would never interfere with your thoughts. Number one, with your attention to the thoughts that you choose to dive into. So you've got a line of thoughts coming up on the conveyor belt, and you're just picking out the ones that you want. You're doing it one way or another. The thoughts keep flowing. They don't stop. They may slow down. The conveyor belt may get really slow when you're in those moments of meditation, but it keeps going. Just like this rail keeps, the camera keeps sliding, slowly moving. So you could be in that moment where you've slowed it down and you're looking at something in your past and you're thinking to yourself, okay, this is something that I am not going to pay any more attention to because I recognize it as illusion. And so it's referred to in Sanskrit as Maya, which is illusion. So you're living in this Maya. And how interesting, you're living, to say the word live is a palindrome for evil. So what's evil? Evil is error. To be here in a human body is an error made by your parents. I can tell you right now. Yes, it offers the continuation of humanity, but it's really just the continuation of incarcerating perfect spirits in a mud body for 100 years for a single moment of pleasure. I think it's kind of selfish, right? And I am in no position to judge anyone, being a father. So there you go. The Gnostics would argue that there's a way to do it right, immaculate conception and all of that. I'm not going to go into it. All I'm going to say is if you conceive a human being and they aren't realized on their own means by the time they arrive, then they have to go through some significant suffering and a lot of lessons to be learned. And that's not necessarily fair. So we better live life good, and we better offer the most joyful experience for our children as a result of the sacrifice they are making by coming into this life. We make life easier for them. Never harder, never more challenging, more difficult in the way that causes stress to the heart and the body in a way that can't be recovered. You must be so sacred in how you interact with your children and care for them and other children. Just look at all other children, all beings, all human beings as deserving of reverence. And you start to move in that direction of procuring that which you deserve, which is wish fulfillment. That doesn't happen without love, you see. Wish fulfillment, for some, they could say, I have all these things, but deep down, if they weren't loving and serving others, then there's a big piece missing to the puzzle. They may not admit it, whatever this apparition of life is, but I can tell you my happiness as it's coming in now is a result of making sure that I choose only to think loving thoughts about those in my life, regardless of what we've been through. If they come to mind in a form of negativity, it is cut immediately now because I've been practicing it for a year. But it's very difficult to do in the beginning, just catching yourself in that process of realizing, oh, I'm thinking about that scenario again that's outside of me, that I relinquished all my control to and said, this is the reason why I never decided to do X, Y, and Z in my life. All of that goes away. And now you say, okay, I'm taking responsibility for it. And when that thought or feeling emerges, I can approach it directly and just offer it love and everyone in the scenario love. And on I go. Because I never should feel that way again, that horrible feeling. I should never feel it again. I went through it. It was difficult enough as it is. And now, since I've gone through it, it's passed. So if I see it again coming up in my mind and I'm suffering as a result of it, then that is a huge error because it's already done. It's over. Anyone who encourages you to dive into that and feel bad as a result of some harm you've caused should not be in your life. And if you happen to have a child with that person, then you're going to have to really figure this out. And the only way you're going to get that person to change, because they're not going to go away, they're going to stick around for the rest of your life. The only way that person's going to change is if you change yourself. And you got to change yourself through your thoughts. That's where you begin. So I'm starting today this 30-day challenge, which is anytime there's a thought or feeling that I have that I can recognize as anything but loving, if it's not kind, if it's not true, if it's not loving, and if it's unnecessary to say it, then I'm going to very quickly remind myself that it's illusion and refuse to accept it. And then I go into accepting the truth, having found it, which is I am pure and I am loved and I am a very good human being. And I am reflecting this to everyone else so that they understand they are exactly the same way, should that be their wish and desire. And I would never interfere with someone who wishes or desires to not be that. Simply live and let live, and on we go, playing our roles in this game called life. That's it. 1025. We're on page 4. It's time to return to the typewriter. That seems about right. So, that's the plan. And Charlie is over here. Yesterday it was the tarot not working. And today it's the cat cam. But this is totally fine. Totally fine. It's just for me to enjoy Charlie's presence. He'll be coming over, I'm sure, in some way. Anyway, let's do this. I'll leave the tarot cards up there for you in the event that you wish to see what was drawn today, as I'm looking over at them too. So let's put this in too, and let's get started now. And I'll be changing the music periodically as we go, and turning this mic down for the sake of us enjoying the peace and serenity of a book being created. I find it peaceful and serene. I do. All right.
but there was still no way. How was I to know that I was worse off keeping you around? That's why I go away. Feeling how it ends is just the worst part. I was in the man, but there was still no way. How was I to know that I was worse off? was I to know that I was worse off keeping you around? That's why I go away. Feeling how it ends is just the worst part. I was in the man, but there was still no way. How was I to know that I was worse off? was in the man, but there was still no way. How was I to know that I was worse off keeping you around? That's why I go away. Feeling how it ends is just the worst part. I was in the man, but there was still no way. How was I to know that I was worse off?
That's 10 pages. Saying this out to the world under 2 hours. It's a pretty good run. 5-page average per hour. Jeez, what does that mean? If we could do 5 pages an hour, that means we could have a book in 12 hours. No. Is that right? No. 60 pages in 24 hours. 24 hours we could have a book at 5 pages an hour on average. Triple spaced. Food for thought. What a crazy, crazy day. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I'm going to organize these a bit better so we can take a photo. By the way, I'm turning these into NFTs, which is cool, I think. Charlie just basically came in and threw everything all over the place. But I noticed there how the 4 of Wands, the 1111, was mixing with the Tower. So whatever happened this evening in this effort, we've done some work and we've made things move. And 10 pages is the evidence of that. It's been a beautiful night, I have to say. I feel really good about it. I like the music. Everything feels good. Everything but the cat can, you know. I'm going to scan these pages as we are here. You're going to hear a computer noise. Set this up. Oakley dokley. Gotta do the opposite. It's like trying to steer a boat backwards. I'll eventually do go, folks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 pages for the day. Not too shabby for under 2 hours, if I do say so myself. Day 3, we are on page 37. Oh, and it's only December 10th. Got 21 days to work with to wrap 2.5 books, 2 books and 3/4. Yeah, we got this. We got this. If I gotta push myself at the end, I'll do it, but we're gonna cruise through this. How do you even get, dare I say, Might even get 43 books this year. We'll see. Anyway, I'm saving everything right now. And that's done. Time to post. Time to post. Snag a chapter from today. What do we got here? Chapter 9, Leave Me in Peace. I like that one. That one's going to, this is clickbait. Leave me in peace. Because there is no better clickbait than that. Oh, writing is a fun gig. Writing is a fun gig. What can I say? I entertain myself. Just doing my blog posts while you're looking at me. There's nothing in particular. Show you how easy this is. Once the work's done, it's easy. It's just a title and a subtext theme, and on we go. Yeah, this one's clickbait all the way. It's just funny. In case you hear dead air just listening to music, I'm actually doing something right now. I'm uploading one by one all the photos of these scanned pages. Once I'm done with this, anyone who signs up for the emailer at immortaltype.com shall receive this in your email with a preview. You're not going to get the whole thing unless you pay. Unless you pay. That's right. Just like at the end. But It's a Wonderful Life. Everyone pays. Everyone pays. Yeah, I know. It's not the best way to say that's the way. It's a Wonderful Life is a beautiful film. Can't knock it. Can't knock it at all. It's just too innocent to knock it. You can't do that. Not this time of year. Maybe you get away with it in July. Not this time of year. No. Can't do that. I wish you could see Charlie right now. I'm going to ask for a little Christmas favor and see if we can see the cat cam right now, and I'm hoping that it's working. Because, I want you to see Charlie. He's just such a love. I'm going to try this over again. Let's try it the right way. We're going to just do this the way that we got to do it. You just stay right there, Charlie, and keep looking beautiful like that. Yes. You keep looking that way, Charlie. And let's hope that this works. It looks like it's connecting. Alright. I'm going to send this out. It's done. That's a good title. It's making me laugh. Yeah, it's fun. It's out there. So if you go to immortaltype.com, you'll be able to see all the pages from today if you are a paying subscriber. Hey, if you subscribe here on YouTube, I think it's just a few bucks a month. I'll give you a free subscription for as long as you're subscribed. That's a promise for viewers right now. If you come back a year later and you're like, dude, I watched that old video on demand of yours and I want my free subscription, I'll say, speak to my secretary. Sorry, pal. What is this all about? Trying to pull a Swiftie on me, huh? Alright, I thought we were going to get Charlie on camera. I was being optimistic. know. He's just so divine looking right now. He is. He's so divine. Such a beautiful cat. And he's grooming his leg. Alright, I'm going to try this one more time. Let's see. Okay, I think we got it. Yeah, I see Charlie now. Check this out. This is the gift that I wanted. You know, it's like cat cam. Cat cam. There's Charlie. He doesn't know we're looking at him, so just don't say anything, okay? Just be quiet. Listen to the rain. Just don't say anything. He's right there. This is the cherry on top. Charlie, a 12-year-old cat who steps on the tarot cards without fail every single time he steps on these. He moves them around, blesses them, comes on. He came over and stepped on all my typewritten pages today, too. It's like, I know he's doing this intentionally. He looks around like he's nonplussed and just doing his own thing, grooming himself. But the truth is, Charlie really knows what he's doing. I'm convinced of this. I'm convinced he's listening and he knows what's up. And he likes to lie right in that spot there. You see, if he bridges himself up against the pillow, then he gets deeper flexibility so he can really get into that fur and groom himself. You know, like I said yesterday, grooming is a sign of health in a cat. You want to see this happen. You see Charlie grooming himself. This is a good sign. Anyway, I think that just about does it for tonight. So this is actually the appropriate time to say, you know, this time of year, if you feel like helping out a young streamer who's actually old in age but young in heart, just take a look at all this beautiful work that's right over here. I'm not really pointing at that. I'm actually pointing at something that's inanimate, but it looks like I'm pointing at these pages right here. You know, it's hard work. And this is the perfect time of year where you can donate a good sizable chunk of beer money to a writer. You know, wants nothing more than to go to the best brewery in the world right here and get himself a nice set of cans. It's been beautiful being here tonight. I gotta say, you know, I won't be right back. Maybe tomorrow. It's more like this. Stream's ending. Been a beautiful night. And this is just Charlie saying to you, have a great evening, you know? Take care of your loved ones. Clean your paws. Groom yourself. You know, don't wear the same thing every day. Try to take care of yourself a little better. Because not all of us have the ability to lick ourselves and be clean. We just don't all have that privilege. Cats do, however, in addition to their 9 lives. It's been really fun being here with you this evening. And in case I sound strange, it's just because I am tired. I'm just kidding. I would dare only say I am perfect health. I am. And I hope that you say the same thing moving forward if that's the wish. And I don't even know how to say the name of this song, like 99% of the population. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll sing this to each other on Christmas, New Year's Eve. And forget the lyrics, because 1, we're drunk, and 2, they're just too difficult to remember, because no one taught them to us. But may all the acquaintance be forgot, because of this name of the song that I don't know how to say. Have a great evening, and we'll talk soon. And you know what? Here's the beauty of this. I'm going to give this to you because out of all the things that I got right this evening, there was this one bit at the end. You know? And now you get to hear it the way it was intended to be heard. So just remember, this time of year, in case you haven't heard it before, you should really donate to Wikipedia because it seems like they're starving. I saw a couple of videos with the owner of Wikipedia who begs for money every year. Looked like he was in a really comfortable home, and so I just want to congratulate him on his abundance. Though it's annoying as hell to have to click close when I've already donated. I've done my job. So leave me alone, Wikipedia. Figure out an option. And may all your wishes come true. Have a great evening, everyone. Thanks for being here. That's right. We'll just let this fade out now. Yeah. All you need to know is how to say the name of the song, and you can sing it right there. I don't know how to say it. I don't even bother. Have a great night.